Hello, welcome to the Relation Shop. We are in here. Happy New Year.
Yeah. Finally, you say that all year long and we're finally here.
Hey, I'm glad we're here. And happy birthday again
Thank
to
you.
Jason and Ahmad, our producer. Y'all just celebrated.
Hey.
Yay.
You forgot it last
It was
time,
the
so we're
end
doing
of
it twice this
December.
time.
Yeah, so they get it again because I did Happy New Year.
Are you one of those, like, celebrate me for the whole month, guys?
Man, I'm lucky if I get an hour or two.
Really? Are you a
Honestly.
whole month celebration person?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does Ahmad
exactly. Does she wear T-shirts on vacation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, so does Ahmad get, like, the reason I say that is because it's the 29th, right?
31st.
I mean, yeah, his is the 31st.
Oh, yours is 29th.
Mine was the 29th,
Yes.
so people are tired. Like, man,
nobody cares about anything between Christmas and New Year's.
Right.
Well, we got to just try
like
to
a
make it
token.
special.
Try to
So
make it special.
You know, I'm
Here's
sure
what I did
Lisa
learn.
does the best
Here's
she
what I
can.
did learn.
What?
Weather's nice outside, but you need a jacket.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got inside jokes. Okay, okay.
Yeah, you don't get that.
That was Toya's mic check moment.
That was
Those are
my mic
moments
check.
ago. Instead of the usual check 1 2 1 2, she's like, the weather is nice out, but you may
She
need
had that
a jacket.
Ron Burgundy thing going on. Jacket?
It was
Need
fun.
a jacket?
Yeah, it was good. You did good.
So we're gonna get into this.
All right, what do we get
New
into?
year, new spouse.
That's what I'm talking about. I like that.
Because we tired. We tired of the same old thing, right?
You know what? I think that's good.
Same old thing.
Last year didn't work with your spouse. Why would this year be any different?
Why would it be different?
Time for a new spouse.
Yeah, change it up. That's my line. Change it up.
That's your line? Mm-hmm. Has
Change
she
it up.
ever said that before?
Well, y'all aren't around me
It's her
24/7.
2023 line.
Oh, that's her new line.
Yes,
That's your line
that's her
around the
line.
house?
Yeah,
It's
change
been
it
her
up.
line all year.
Yeah, change it
So
up.
now we can start talking about stuff that goes on at home.
Okay.
That's my jam.
All right.
What? Yeah, at home. At home I do. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
All right.
We're gonna change it up.
New year, new spouse.
That's it. So
Okay.
what do we need to do? Like, why do we need to change it?
Well, if it didn't work before,
Right.
and you don't do anything different, probably not
Probably
going to
need
work.
to change.
A refresher.
Yeah.
Why not? Okay.
Why not? Yeah.
Okay. So,
Waiting to hear.
do we get on a dating app? What does this look like?
This is where I think we need to change it up again. It's
right.
not what you think. It's not getting on a dating app. It's not separating, not getting a divorce, but it's really looking at yourself.
Oh,
What do you need to do
need
to
to take
become the
personal
changed
responsibility.
spouse?
huh. So the new spouse is me.
It's me. Yeah.
Yes.
You tricked-
Question.
No, you tricked us with that one, though.
And you've been married how many years?
I thought you was going to say how many times.
How many times?
No,
Yeah.
I wasn't going to do that.
Yeah.
How many years? Actually, 10 in April. Coming up,
Oh,
so,
yay.
Nice. Look
Yeah.
at that.
yeah.
Yeah.
How many years?
Just one marriage.
How many years?
28.
Okay.
28.
And question, how many times have you had to look at yourself and change in that marriage?
Not much.
0?
Yeah, not much.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Okay, never mind.
Now, if our wives were here,
Maybe.
yeah, there's probably
Maybe.
a few opportunities for change.
Yeah. There's
But-
a few in there.
We're pretty polished at this point.
Okay, so around like 8, you didn't do anything, you didn't change. 10, 8, year 10. Come on, be honest.
I've been pretty steady. Well, okay, so hairstyles I've changed. Had a mullet
Oh.
at one
We
point.
should bring that back.
I should bring that back.
Totally
Yeah.
bring that back.
Okay, well, these two don't want to be honest.
Because we also learned that Argyle sweaters are coming back from the producer
learn that.
today.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
learned, so
Apparently
I
that's
think
the
I should
thing.
bring the mullet back.
You bring the mullet.
You know
Oh,
what?
man.
I should have brought it back in honor of the World Cup.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Totally.
so you remember the early '90s European South American soccer mullet? That would have been an honor to Argentina.
Well, there you
Should've
go.
done it. It's
I'll
too
take
late.
your word for it.
New year, new mullet.
Ah, there you
It's
go.
my thing.
I like it. I like
Because
it.
marriage is like a mullet.
Oh,
Business up top, party in the back.
got it.
There you go. I mean, we could wrap this show now.
is it.
I mean, that's all the info you need.
All right, so you say new year, new spouse.
Yeah.
Meaning, if you want something different in your marriage, start with you.
Exactly.
Do something different.
It's easy, right?
And you're asking, like, us changing. Really, you don't have a choice but to change. Because, I mean, especially getting into 10, 15, 20 years, I mean, it just evolves.
Yeah.
You have to change with it. Or, I mean, you know, when I got married the first time, it was 19. I was not when I got divorced, but there's a lot of change in there going on, and if you don't roll with it, I mean, I made a bad marriage.
I think he kind of cheated, you know?
Wow, throw that out there.
He kind of cheated because you got married at 19, and then when did you get divorced? What age?
Oh man, I don't know. How old was I? 40?
Yeah.
Oh.
So when he got to pick again.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else would you call it?
Pick again.
Well, I mean, is it?
Go ahead.
Don't you pick who you want to marry? Well, let me back up.
Yeah.
Was the second marriage an arranged marriage?
No, it was not.
Okay, so you got to pick.
I do not want my dad to arrange my marriage.
You got to pick. Do we have a problem with pick still?
Okay, no.
Choose.
Yeah.
What word do you
You're
like
right.
better?
Okay.
Select?
Yeah, select.
I mean, I can go down the thesaurus of words that mean you get to make a decision about who you want to marry.
Right.
But I think when you got to do it at 40,
Right.
you were a lot more informed about what you did and didn't want, what you needed moving forward, what season of life you were in. Whereas when you I got married at 20.
Yeah.
And now I'm not 20 anymore.
Right.
Some people could do the math because I just said 28. They could figure it out. But, man, I'm different. She's different now.
Yeah.
So the adjustments required over the longevity of a marriage you almost have to reinvent your marriage regularly.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and even in my situation where I got to choose, select, pick,
All of that.
So I was 40 and I'd gone through that, but then you're also getting into a situation where this is what you did for 23 years.
Yeah.
Now you're into another situation, so your mind's still in the way you did it then. So there's got to be change with it, or you end up in the same boat.
True.
That's good. Well, I know of one major change that I made, and that was, I guess, the selfishness.
See, here's
So that
the
right
thing.
there
let me help you out, Toya. When is hard not to say what you think about most. You know, have you heard of a Freudian slip? It's like the thing that's on your mind is the thing that comes out. And so while you struggle to say selflessness, that selfishness comes so natural that it's hard.
But you knew what I was trying to say.
Well, we knew.
I knew exactly what you were saying.
That's exactly what I had to overcome.
Being
thank
selfish.
you. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That was the
So
major
how'd you
thing.
do that?
Well, I had to, number one, say this is a problem, acknowledge it, that it was actually there, because I denied
So what
it
if
for
you
a long
never got
time.
to a place of saying that?
Oh, Lord. It would have been trouble.
I think probably Amada's been saying. I know I've been saying it. Jason's been saying it for a number of years.
I mean, if you've changed, this would have been a much better show if you hadn't.
This was a long time ago.
Oh.
We're talking about a long time ago, before the show.
I thought this was last year.
No.
2022.
No.
Oh.
This was way before. This was like 2016, 2017.
21?
And go back there. So when I acknowledged it and said, this is really a problem, it's not just him tripping. Like, I really do need to look at myself and say, what the heck is going on? When that happened, that was when things changed.
All right. Now, has the old Toya tried to come back?
I mean, of course.
Does it show up?
She tries, but I'm aware. So I can sense it, I can feel it, and I'm like, oh no.
Has Ahmad ever said, hey, that's the old Toya?
No,
He doesn't have to point it out?
As you said, you're just like your mama.
Has he said it like my mom?
Not and still be married. No.
No,
He
I
never
actually
said you're
catch
just
it.
like your mama.
Oh,
say
that
that.
was the old. See, you're going back now. We got to stay. Now we're here.
You know what is interesting about Toya? One of my daughters is like that too. Anytime you try to bring up something,
No.
she'll say, "Why are you always bringing up the past?" And it'll literally be yesterday. I'm addressing a behavior you did yesterday because I didn't have time last night to address it, and I bring it up the next day. It's like, "Oh, you're always going in the past."
Huh.
Like that was yesterday or last week. So I think Toya is like, it's 2023 now. That was so last year.
That was 2017. Years.
Yeah.
Years.
Let's just
That's a good defensive move, though.
let's agree to disagree. So a new marriage requires a new you. So what do you do to be a new you? Now you needed to stop being selfish.
Yes.
Which required some self-reflection.
Yes.
See, everybody loves talking about self-love, right? So if we talk about New Year, New You, be like self-love. You gotta love yourself.
No, we're not talking about that.
Yeah, that borders on. I'm not saying we shouldn't love ourselves. That's good, but some of it's so self-centered,
right?
Which goes back to the word you were having a hard time not saying, selfishness.
Right.
But yeah. There you go. So you have to analyze. You have to just be honest with yourself. Like I was in denial, so and I had to just say, I am kind of messed up. That's it.
Right.
I mean, I don't disagree. Yeah. So you do a new you, then I think, what do you do for your marriage? Because if it's just two new yous, well, what if you do a new you and your spouse doesn't do a new them, and it's just like we got the same stuff. So I think we got to do something different in the marriage. Are you guys? Well, let's go this route. Are you guys big New Year's resolution people?
No.
No, not really.
I feel like he was going to say yes.
I know.
You said no. He second guessed himself. He's like,
no,
me neither.
I was trying to think, have I ever done that? Not really.
Yeah. I haven't either because I just think it's a bunch of load of.
Yeah.
Not going to happen.
No, it's not.
Because it's like, for me, it's just an inconvenience. I look at it like this. Everybody wants to lose weight. So that means the gyms are going to be more crowded. Everybody's going to be buying all these healthy foods. So it's like, oh, man. Everybody. So it's like, let me just wait for y'all to get it out of your system so I can actually do it for real. So y'all go ahead January. Because by February, you're done.
But it's not bad to do a New Year's resolution.
It's not bad. I'm just talking about those stereotypical.
Yeah, but it's just a cute idea unless you have a practical plan in place.
Well, okay. So here's what I think the problem is.
Okay.
I think there's New Year's resolutions here, but it depends on where you're at. Like you can't totally go through with a New Year's resolution if your environment surrounding it is gonna, if you're gonna lose weight, but everything around you is ding dongs and
fat
cupcakes.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
If you hang out with a bunch of fat people.
Yeah. So you know what I did?
Stats say.
You know what I did?
You'll gain weight.
Found some stats.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jason.
We're about to have a good time.
Captain Stats.
I found some stats.
Stats of what?
Well, so I thought about the New Year's resolution thing, and that you have to for success, you have to be surrounded by the environment to help you succeed, right?
All right.
So I found some of the top resolutions, and then I found if you want to succeed in those, where you need to move to succeed in those. So.
Okay, so you're going to give us one of people's top resolutions, and we have to tell you where we would need to move to pull this off.
Of course, in my way, I give you a few things to choose from. I'm totally blind, so
y'all can be with us.
So
real
these
quick.
are different countries, not moving to a different state. These
let me
countries.
just name them real quick: Australia, Mexico, Austria, Canada, Denmark, Finland, Chile, China, Singapore, and Colombia. So that's where we're going.
That's where we're going.
I would move to a few of those.
Yeah, I totally would. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, I'll see how you do.
Finland is good as long as you don't mind the cold, the good healthcare system, the low crime rate. I was just reading an article on it.
By the way,
of course, they do tax you at 30% up to 60%, but
which they probably do around here in a way, but yeah.
No, I think the U.S. is around 24%.
Yeah, good. Plus
anyway,
sales. Anyway, now this isn't part of it.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, we talked about the New Year's resolution thing. Do you know where it started? Who started the New Year's resolution?
No idea.
Got to go way back. The Babylonians started it.
Oh, did they?
That was kind of like what do we need to do to change to please our gods is where they started.
Oh, I thought they were like, who are we going to conquer this year?
Right.
There could have been some of that. So that's an FYI. But here's the game. All right, you ready for this? Here's your first one. Live healthier. If I want to live healthier, where do I need to move to?
That's pretty general.
It's pretty general. You got to dig deep, I guess.
Singapore.
Man, I was going to say that.
Okay, you can have it.
Okay, Singapore.
Okay, I'll go Canada.
Yeah, it's Austria. Austria is actually ranked number 1 out of 68 countries.
No,
never knew that.
And basically, what it is, it's based on food prep. We're
Outdoor
so processed here and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so, all right. So we're both offers. That's all right.
Okay.
We're offers in the new year. All right. Start or improve your family environment. So if you want to start a new family or the family you have, you want a better environment for your family.
Denmark.
He gets the first one of 2023.
So I read
Finland.
That's okay.
I told you.
Finland,
I read an article on Finland.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
They have
true.
this family first
That's
mentality
what happens
thing
when
going
you
on.
read.
That's what
Wow.
happens. Yeah. Quit watching those Friends reruns. You'll
Yeah,
start
right.
reading a little bit.
Wow. Okay, let's go.
All
it's
right.
not over.
To find love. To find true love.
Oh, to find love.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Colombia.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Denmark.
90 Day Fiance.
Yeah, that's true. This one's actually Chile.
Chile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chile. Let's see. Chile. Yeah, they have the highest percentage of committed relationships.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, thought that was interesting. All right, save money.
Mexico.
Right. Let's go Colombia.
The answer is Colombia.
That's right.
Yep,
That's
84%
Don't sleep on me.
have their disposable income as satisfactory.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I've heard a lot of people looking at like expats looking at Colombia because the
Really?
standard, it's getting safer and the
Yeah.
standard of living is pretty low.
Yeah.
And so a lot of
There you
people
go.
go there for plastic surgery and all kinds of teeth and all kinds of stuff like that too. So I mean, hey,
It's on my list now,
I
Colombia.
could get a little breast lift and a new set of teeth and move to Colombia.
I didn't
and
know they were going there now.
fly in a new spouse from Chile.
Wow.
That's
And then
something
once
that-
we have a
yes.
family, we'll move to Finland.
Okay, there you go.
Boom.
That's
Yeah.
the plan.
I'm up 2-0
Yeah,
too.
new year, new you. There
New
you go.
year,
too.
same story here.
Right. All right, to reduce my stress.
Wow, reduce stress.
Yep.
I'll probably go to Denmark. Feels stress reducing.
I'll go with Australia.
So 81% compared to 61% are satisfied with this work-life relationship in Denmark.
That's right. That's right.
In
Stick
Denmark.
with this guy.
All right, two more travel. If I want to travel, what's the best place to start from to travel?
Oh,
Oh gosh.
This place has the best opportunities to see the entire world.
Oh.
Yep. Don't overthink. Go with your gut.
Okay. I'm just gonna say Mexico.
China.
Yeah, don't go with your gut.
Don't trust your gut.
It's actually Singapore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, last one. Expanding your network, so meeting new people. Mm-hmm. So this place is ranked number one with the most friendliest people towards strangers.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Canada.
Australia.
It's Mexico.
Oh.
Right across. Yeah.
Yeah.
See how
Makes
friendly they are?
sense.
Well, I mean, that's not bad. You
Makes
had
sense.
0. three zip.
Yeah, not bad.
Or in honor of Argentina World Cup winners, we'll go 3-0.
3-0.
3-0 on
That's
this
okay.
one.
You
It's
got
all right.
this one.
So,
That's all right.
So if
can
you
have the
want to
first
start
one
a
of the
new
year.
you, this is where you do it.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
All these places.
That was
Yep.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
I
So.
like that.
That was cool.
What do you got, Toya?
Yeah, so 10 ways to reset yourself, your marriage, right?
Oh.
So I'm just
10.
going to go through a few.
This is good because, and then Jason and I will let you know.
Yeah. Let's see.
How
We
good
get to-
these are.
we
Because
get to-
we'll just I'll reserve
Let's
my
just
thoughts.
go. Let's just
back.
go.
Go ahead. We'll
Let's
throw
just
that-
go.
Yeah,
And this was, oh no, the source. I'll find it.
it's okay. But
I'll
sometimes
find
because
it.
I shoot
Right.
down half of them, the source would probably
It's
rather you not use them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these are just 10 ways to reset. Number 1, give your spouse grace. Yeah. Yes. And yes.
she,
Yes.
She has to build up her
grace.
own stuff.
Right.
That's easy because
before-
today it's so easy to not give grace. Well, you didn't do how I wanted or when I wanted, and I'm upset.
that should just be a given.
Should be a given.
All right.
But okay, that's
Shouldn't
that's
just be for
awesome.
your spouse
Yeah,
either.
okay, yeah, fantastic.
Right, that's
Yeah.
true.
All
Not
right.
just for your spouse.
Okay.
Number 2, don't assume you know what's going on with your spouse. I like this because it's encouraging you to communicate and not just assume things, right? Because you may get upset, it may build resentment, and you're holding on to something and you don't even know the whole thing.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, it's so funny. They're both just sitting here like.
Because these are marginal, but you're trying to pump them up so much.
I like it. I like the hype.
Do you know it's like, well, I told one of my daughters the other day, we were talking about something, and somebody was giving her a hard time about some dude she was talking to.
Yeah.
Her grandpa was, and so but her answers make her sound more suspect. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you're talking to, James. Just are you talking to James a lot? Yeah, we're just friends. And it's like, that just sounds more guilty. Why don't you just say, yeah, we're talking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday. So this is Toya right now.
So what you're saying is she knows it's kind of.
Yeah, no, she's just overplaying the thing, and then it makes you realize it's not as good as what she says.
But I got you, Toya, because I think it's great. I think it's good what you're doing. It's kind of like, okay, so if you were at this Argentina soccer game, but nobody's cheering, and be like, man, that's a horrible game.
Sure.
But the hype, the energy, she's bringing the energy.
But
she's bringing the relationship energy.
What if going back to soccer? What if the left back tries to play a ball and kicks it straight out of bounds? You're not like, yeah, come on, woo, yeah.
I don't even know what that means.
Because then you'd be like, no, that one, that was terrible. Anyway,
I think, hey,
go ahead with your
this
number
energy is brought to you by our sponsor.
We need one.
Sponsor.
Yeah.
We like water.
We need a drink sponsor.
You need a drink sponsor.
Because we got the relationship cup.
We're ready.
And then we got Toya's empty bottle.
And I throw out games every now and then with a few drinks in it.
I mean, we're repping the Rode mics over here. They should be kicking us some money. But yeah, I mean, this.
Come on, sponsors.
Yeah.
Speaking
of World Cup sponsors.
So exactly. Number 1 and 2 is good. Let's go with number 3.
Well, 1 and 2 were not good. One was give grace, and 2 was good. Assume the best.
The energy was good. Let's see.
Number 3, take time to affirm with your spouse. Oh, don't you all like affirmation?
Yeah.
Like, you need that.
Yeah.
I'm calming this down, Eric.
That was a great one.
We don't get that. We don't get that here.
See how I
we don't get that here.
That's true.
I don't get that at home either.
Oh, you get it here. We don't get it here.
Oh.
All right. So 1, 2, and 3 are good. Number 4, get to know your spouse on a deeper level. Yes. It's never.
So could you do that? 20, how many years? 20, how many? 23? 28 years. Could you get to know her even deeper?
I think probably so.
Look at that. Yeah. All right. Well,
if we have the right conversations. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you think there are things that you go, wow, I had no clue after 28 years?
You'd have to involve some like question cards that would ask stuff you'd never think to ask, like
That's a good idea.
What's your favorite thing to do in the summers when you were 10 or something? It might come up with like, oh, I remember we used to go to my aunt's house and crochet or something. I never knew that about you. So you
actually have to. So you
need some leading questions probably, because most of the stuff you are concerned about or care about, you've probably already talked about. So
we need cards.
Toya's over here texting people.
Yeah. No, I'm actually writing that down because I like that idea. Of the question cards to dig deeper.
I'm full of great ideas. If you would watch my YouTube channel, you would have all kinds of stuff to write down.
Yeah. All right.
I like that though. We're gonna have to work on some questions.
I just think it's cool you're doing homework in the middle of a show. Yeah. That's awesome.
So
she's not bringing any value. So actually, Jason and I'll take it from here if you want to just.
No, I'm going on. We're keeping this simple with our 10.
All right, what do we got?
So number 5, make a list of your disagreements.
Most that going to make it hard for me to assume the best, because I'd be like, she doesn't do this, she won't do that, she doesn't like this. I thought it was supposed to like invoke gratitude and cherishing.
But we also want to give our spouse the opportunity to do better. Like, okay, I had a conversation with somebody yesterday, and she was telling me, now she's not married, but she was telling me that she's nervous about dating this guy because she's afraid that he's too controlling and too like set on a schedule. And she said,
and
she said,
go ahead and throw the flag on that one.
Well, but she also said that his car is dirty. So she was like, his car is dirty. And I was like, okay, but how is his house? And she's like, well, his house is really, really clean. And I said, and how do you know he's real stuck on a schedule? Like, how do you know that? And she's like, well, I really don't know. I'm just nervous because of my ex-husband. And I'm like, so you're making things up, like you really don't know because they're not dating. They're not dating, so she doesn't know.
So she's not dating and doesn't even know him, but she's worried about that because of her
ex-husband.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it sounds like they're off to a good start.
She's got a dirty car, but a clean house.
Yeah. But I don't know what dirty means.
That's
like
weird.
she
Does
didn't
he have
describe.
Roommates or anything?
No, he has his own house. He's a grown man.
I'm just wondering who cleans the house if the dude can't clean his car. Because usually those match.
But does dirty car just mean that it's a few papers, or does it mean that it's spilt drinks and spilt food? Like there's a different layers of dirty.
It's your friend,
right? But I'm just saying that's where. I don't know what she meant by dirty.
Is that a deal breaker?
Anyway, the point is going back to the disagreement. So like if she, using her as an example, if she's like, I don't like the fact that your car is dirty. Can you please just keep your car clean? Then it's like, oh, I didn't even realize that was a big deal. So then maybe that's something that he can improve on.
Gotcha.
So that's where I look at.
If you want to grow in your marriage, make a list of the areas you want more growth. Okay, keep going.
All right, we're going to keep moving.
Because these are so good.
Work on yourself. We already talked about that.
Yep.
Stop criticizing and express your concerns effectively. That's a given.
Okay.
Number 8, increase positive interactions. Yes. Number 9, take a look at your partner's marriage. Take a look at your parents' marriage and I guess compare what do you like, what do you don't like, how do you
your parents' marriage.
Your parents' marriage. And then number 10, eliminate affairs, addictions, and excessive anger, which that's a given.
Wait a minute, really? That's weird.
Did they really need to put number 10 on there?
Say that was good, Toya. That was good. That's good. Yeah, if I want a good marriage, I should probably quit cheating and lying and being addicted to stuff. I like that. That's good.
Yeah, there you go.
So here's what I think you need to do. One, I think Toya needs to quit beating up the table when she talks.
Was I?
Two, I think. Two, I think you need to come up with some goals as a couple.
That's a good idea.
If you're going to have a new year, you got to have new goals. And at the end of the day, that's why I don't like this whole new year, new marriage, new year, new me. Because listen, if you don't have habits or rhythms and you don't have community, you ain't going to do anything different.
Right.
So a new marriage or a new you is going to come because you surround yourself with new people. A new community, and you've implemented new habits in your relationship to help you get there. So I think, couples, we did this in December in the marriage membership. We did a goal setting challenge, and the idea was for couples to sit down and talk about, what are their personal goals, what are their relational goals, like between the two of us. Marriage goals, what are our relationships with other goals, what are our financial goals, what are maybe ministry serving goals, but just to come up with some things that say this is where we want to get, and then you can put into place, here's some practical things we're going to do to get there. If you don't do that, it's all talk.
Exactly.
All talk. I mean, you got to have a plan.
I think so.
You know my boy Winston, you know what he says.
Churchill,
people who don't plan, right?
Oh, so people who fail to plan.
So fail to plan, plan to fail.
That's good.
That's Winston.
That's good.
Speaking of goals.
What's our goals?
Here's a goal.
Okay.
If you are not a part of a community, you need to join Altar Marriage. The link will be in the description. Bam. Join it.
Mushroom belt.
Bam.
You said it.
Period.
That's it. That's it. That's what
like
you need.
Pepper in the eye. Serious.
That's pepper in the eye.
So
you do though. Listen, if you're gonna try to do something new in your marriage and you don't have a new community of people around you, support, encouragement, ain't gonna do it.
January 1st ain't gonna change anything.
No, ain't gonna do it. A new day, a new week, ain't gonna change it.
Nothing.
And if you need help with goal settings, we have some goals right here. We're gonna get you ready. Join Altered Marriage and it'll be inside.
You can take our goal setting challenge.
Go.
Boom.
There you go. Thank you. And we are out.
Happy New Year.